They'll be calling you a radical. I had to get out of the wind, but I got breaking news on this, so I'm working every source I've had for, a few days on this, for well, more than that, for a while, because this is a big deal. So they flew the radiation sniffer from Phoenix in. It's true. It's flown into Europe. There's only one reason they fly that in, because, the Air Force will fly theirs. Look, they don't give a rat's ass about freaking radiation in Europe unless there's one reason. The only reason they ever fly this sniffer. Now, look, this is important. This is breaking. So I assumed the biggest nuclear reactor in Europe is that beast in the Ukraine. That nightmare, which has been reporting fire after fire, and then Ukraine fights, and then, of course, the proxy war that's going on in Ukraine. United States military advice. People don't realize there's a war going between the United States and Russia in the Ukraine, has for several years. Now, this is important. In 2014, I reported right here that they blew a malicious stump. Was it United States CIA, proxy military advisors that blew it, or is it Putin that blew it? And everybody argued with me, but there are people in Ukraine on YouTube, the power of YouTube, you can see the mushroom cloud. So this is real important. So the best radiation detection people on Earth are the Norwegians, by far. Mainstay of their diet, 20% is the reindeer. So after Chernobyl, they monitor their food. So, I've been over there. They protect their food chain. Now, look, if this happened in the United States, they wouldn't even tell us, like Fukushima. They don't care. They would have just crashed Radnet. But Europe, I'm telling you, if there's any radiation that shows up in Norway, Sweden, or Denmark, they're going to know. They don't mess around, because they actually have a sovereign wealth fund and they actually care about their people. They're not trying to kill their people. They're not Bill Gates. Hi, now I think there's a pandemic going to come out when he's already been sued in India for killing. Look it up, how many people he's killed. CW or JW Maxwell's grandbaby. He's a Rothschild. He's a Rockefeller. I like how you people get into the deep state and you can't even trace that one down. I was in Helen Caldecott Symposium last year with, Dr. Perry, the original deep state guy. Let's talk about the real one. Dr. Robert Scheer. You should have seen that lecture when Helen told me I could not use the F word, Fukushima. She told me right to my face. She's such a fraud. But anyway, that was 2 years ago. Me and Noam Chomsky sat together with Patrick McCormick, little Kevin Finnegan, freaking, we're the only one. We do the work. This is real important. So, the Norwegians are reporting, it's true. So, their reindeer study in 2014 verified that something blew. Because they give them a variance up because it's such the last, really, indigenous people on Earth, or the reindeer ranchers in Norway. Their detection, and so it was reported, I reported that, sure shit, Chernobyl like this, and then the half-life thing, it was just, because they go on forever, but whew. So when I've seen Norway report this, heads up. So Sweden is reporting, they're so good at their detection device. They're not like here, Radnet, just looting, Bechtel still, crash it, bunch of scumbaggery. Just more abuse of the American populace by their own government. That's what they do. They're killing us. If you don't think this is eugenics at Fukushima, gone on for 2,173 days, still going on, they don't do anything about it, just look up John Holdren, who I know for a fact, because I know what happened in this situation. Now, this is real important. Sweden is a report, one of the tracers of the iodine 131 can only come from one place. This is how good they are. It can only come from one place, a nuclear test. It's not from, I thought maybe it was from a reactor. Now, I wanted to go in denial like the rest of you are about Mad Putin. There's a reason I wore that Russian hat on, remember the 5th of November. I climbed up on the statue in D.C. I did hundreds of interviews, 1916, same old thing, before the election, because I'm tied with, come on. Million Mass March is anonymous. Wake up. And so, okay, Putin floats the boat up off the shore. He buzzes at the same time. He's fucking with Trump. Oh, is he fucking with Trump? Did he play Alex Jones? I think Alex Jones probably works for Putin. That's what I think. Now, we know Putin poisons people and kills them. Anna, are you okay? He just whacked her on his own birthday. This most powerful man on earth. Look at, you think he's not a madman. I want you to look at his palace that he had the peasants build. Patterned after Versailles. And I like how you think his bloodlines. He's a poor, you know, commoner from St. Petersburg. Yeah, right. He hired, you know, he made his, I mean, the publicist who wrote the book on his narrative, you can't even trace his lines. That's what they do. Change names, hiding, you know, same old theme, 1916. You know, Anastasia's bloodline. Look up Anastasia, you know, the Romanov family. Look at Nikolai's bloodlines. You know, they did the DNA. They found their bones. Remember her, Anastasia, was lying, said she lived in Virginia, and you proved that she was lying in the 90s with DNA? It's Prince Harry, by the way. So they're saying it had to come from a bomb. Now, think about this. Think about this. It looks like the test happened on January 20th. What? Kind of like when Reagan swore in and they let the hostages go the second he was sworn in. Putin, this guy is the most powerful man maybe in history because he has nuclear at his disposal. Now, there's lots of rumors all over. There's lots of the Russian oligarchs, you know, that just looted the country, even his circle of friends. He put other billionaires in prison. He's whacked that, you know, a lot of them are living in lower Manhattan. You know, there's lots of rumors that Trump, on paybacks, I've heard this from 3 people in Manhattan now, over the years, that, you remember when that helicopter, the propeller supposedly come off of it in New York a long time ago? There was all kinds of rumors. Well, I heard a guy speak, and he says, my brother was on that helicopter. And that was a payback by Putin for a bad Trump freaking deal in New York. Now, Trump, I don't know that he has any business doing there, but he sure did. I mean, look who his wife is, please. It's like a bad James Bond movie. You can, but look, come on. This is a board game to Putin. He's playing a game of risk. Do not kid yourself. I mean, the proxy war that's going on in Ukraine, so this is very credible. This is breaking just now. The Swedes have come out and said that the tracer off the iodine 131 or 130 can only be from a test, a nuclear test. Oh my God. There's no coincidence he did it on January 20th. Just like he floated, I mean, and he knows that Trump's not all there mentally right now. I mean, when he says, I won the Electoral College by the biggest landslide since Reagan, and then the guy says, no, you didn't, and he names them all off, they'll all be by much farther. He lost the popular vote for, I mean, when he's quoting Tucker Carlson, look what happened in Sweden. Maybe that was a Freudian slip. Maybe he did have a national briefing on Sweden on this detection, because this report's coming out of Sweden. And, you know, he says Tucker Carlson, he's watching Fox News. Maybe he Freudian slipped and got it confused with the Tucker Carlson on Fox News. It got him confused with the national briefing. I could see it happening, but this is a big deal. You know, because we know the fire erupted at the Ukraine big beast monster, and they just cover up and lie about that. So I'll post the links on this report that's coming out right now. It was a nuclear test, and they did it on Inauguration Day. So you guys are underestimating Putin. You know, that's why I wore my hat. I was there the night of the election. I was there for days, standing at the peace vigil with, you know, Felipe. That's what we do. You know, I was at the White House. I was there. You know, Hillary had her stage production. I mean, the air went out. I mean, God, I could write a whole book about that night. And then I took the, you know, bus home into Philadelphia in the middle of the night. It was crazy. And then I got to New York at sunup, you know, at Trump Tower. I mean, you ain't seen a war zone at Trump Towers. You know, they haul in bunkers of dirt. Frank, I never seen that like, and I've been in New York City off and on my whole life. You know, so, wow. I mean, you don't think Putin's got the balls to expand? Come on. You're underestimating this guy. He is the most powerful man in the world, maybe ever. I mean, look what he's, he controls, you know what? The average wealth in the entire continent, or the entire country of Russia now is less than $800. He controls it all. He's worth hundreds of, you know, at least 60 billion, probably much more than that. And anybody gets in the way just kills. And you don't think, oh, he'll only do that on Russian soil. What about what's his name and polonium in the tea? As I said, right here. I was due to speak as a guy. You think it's coincidence that I got leukemia, you know, and I says, they didn't have to send it to me in the mail. I didn't get polonium in my tea. We all did. It's called the jet stream Fukushima. I really wonder now, because I got sick again. I was doing so good, and then I got sick at the Bernie Sanders rally, and a lot of people did. I've never really recovered from that. I'm still sick from it to this day. And then they kicked me off Medicaid. You know, I don't know. You know, maybe it is all, that's coincidence, but we know this was a test. because it's being confirmed. That's how good they are in Norway and Sweden. They're not like here. They actually care about their people over there. They actually love their own people. They are a government of the people there. Here, the government is used as a weapon against us, period. Period. I mean, if Fukushima doesn't prove that they're just trying to kill us all, because why else would they let it go on for 2,173 days? Now, did they blow it? I don't think they blew it. They just waited till it happened. And then John Holdren, look him up. You know, Trump's going to go along with this. Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. I've been around for a long time. I was here when Jesus Christ had his moments, when the czars at St. Petersburg, you know, remember Abib's handshake with him? You know, the whole corruption of Chicago Bridge and Westinghouse, 2015. This is the greatest crime in human history, the cover-up of Fukushima. This all ties together. You know, one day you're going to realize that, like I said in front of the speech, the White House full of leukemia. Anonymous is our last line of defense, and look what they've done to, you know, our group, Million Mass March, all of us. Look what they've done to us. Look what they did to me. You know, I was given less than 1% survival. You know, my little granddaughter came in that room. I was going in a coma that night. Grandpa handed me this rock. I mean, she was what, 3 or 4 then? I don't even know she knew where she got it. I still got it. I still cling to life. I still have hope, but this is a big deal. So they flew the sniffer in. They don't fly that sniffer into Europe for no reason. You know, they don't give a shit if it's Flamanville in France on fire. They don't care. There's all kinds of, when these are, they don't care. They only fly it in when there's one thing, when it's military. They know. They know. And he did it on the inauguration day. Was he fucking with Trump, boy? A spy who loved me. You can't make this shit up. Who would ever believed it? I'll stay on this. Stay in tuning.